Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Now, bringing integrity back to media. Lutonya M. Lane.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Buzz and Diva Power Networking event presented by Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com and the Savvy Sister Rashonda Payne. I'm so excited that you decided to tune in with us on today, and I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, the Savvy Sisters, Curves in Lansing, Illinois, Chicago Sky. Buzz and Diva Power Networking event has been able to also link up with BuzzZinOFF magazine, Girl Blessed by God, Coco Brown, I said Chicago Sky, Pretty Brown Girls, and so many others. So thank you so much again for partnering for this event, and y'all keep it locked. Industry Buzz is definitely on the move. Are you? Join us today.
Are you ready to promote your vision and reach your target audience? Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com is the platform for your vision to be heard. For more information on how to advertise or become a special guest on our radio show, go to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Click on IB rates for more information. We're looking forward to expanding your vision. Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Hi everybody, my name is Patrina Milton, and I am the owner creator of Girl Blessed by God. You can visit us at www.cafepress.com/GBBG, and you are tuned in to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
This event is not about us just sitting around, okay? I promote communication. In order for us to have the resources that we need, we have to say what we need. I'm a firm believer in God, so of course He's going to be injected in this. It says Habakkuk 2 and 2, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, so that they read it, they will know, but if you keep it in your head and you don't say nothing about it, it will never come to life. It will never come to fruition. So every event that we do, it's about bringing our visions to life, connecting and expanding the territory. And the more that we come out of our comfort zone, the more we'll be able to expand that territory.
My whole purpose for starting the Savvy Sisters, when I saw a lot of when you look on television today, they really don't display African American women in a positive light. So when I decided to bring the Savvy Sister, it was just really just to highlight women of color, to show people that we were on the go, that we were doing some things positive, in addition to beauty, fashion, entertainment, etc., because that's a part of all of us. We're well-rounded women. I mean, we like everything, and so that's what it's all about.
My name is Laura Salgan. I have an organization called iGlow Mentoring, and it's a mentoring organization based in Chicago for girls ages 5 to 19. And we create an atmosphere, and we create an environment where we teach our girls that they can be everything that they put their minds to. I always tell my parents, whatever you want your girls to be like, you put them in that environment and that's what they become. So if you want them to go to college, you want them to be smart and keep themselves together, you put them in that environment and that's what they will become. And so that's my organization.
We are encouraging women to look inside of them, find a dream when you don't have a job, or even if you do, and run after it. Now, because we've worked in corporate America, so many of us, we have not developed the skill sets that you need to run your own business. And so that's where we come in. And so that's what See Your Prime Woman is all about. Ask me whatever you need.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kelly Fair, and I am the founder and president of Polished Pebbles Girls Mentoring Program. It's great to be a part of a community of women who are really doing purposeful work. And it's also great thinking about what our young people need when it comes to resources. It's great to share the table with another young woman who's also in the mentoring community. So Polished Pebbles is a girls mentoring program. Our primary focus is making sure girls understand how important it is to be a good communicator. And when we say being a good communicator, we mean every sense of the word. Can you introduce yourself to someone new for the first time effectively? Do you understand interpersonal communication? Are you communicating well at home and at school? Just because mama got on your nerves this morning, you got up on the wrong side of the bed, that does not give you the permission to go to school and chew out your teacher because you feel like it. We talk about conflict resolution. We're a comprehensive program, but one of our primary focuses is making sure that girls transfer those life skills and understand how to apply them in their future careers.
Hi, my name is Tasha O'Dooney with the Circle of Life Fitness. I can be reached at www.colfitness.com. Today was the first event at the Industry Buzz, and I must say it was a great pleasure, a lot of great networking with women. I would encourage you to come out to one, and you are tuned in to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
We're not really a mentoring program that's in one place, but we're going out to different places. So right now she's at Jack and Jill of America. She's been on the Michael Basin show. She's been on Fox News. She's been on the Tom Joyner Morning Show, and just several other radio shows. And so we're just trying to create more awareness of what this is and more background into Pretty Brown Girl.
Well, somebody came to us and was like, you know, it's getting worse in Jamaica and the Caribbean. People are taking bleaching pills. When you think of pills, you're like, you're swallowing that. That's bleach. And they're putting soap, detergent soap that has bleach in it. They're rubbing their skin in. They're on their skin, and they just want to be lighter. And even when I just came back from Jamaica a couple weeks ago, I'm seeing it. Boys are doing it on their face. It's yeah.
In 2006, I started a storefront on the internet. I don't know if Tanya Lutonya went to the website or whatever. I started the storefront on the internet, and I had the desire to want to do clothing that ministered to people with encouraging and inspirational phrases on them. At that time in 2006, there was a lot of different clothing lines out. I think Apple Bottoms, Darion hadn't came out yet, but it was other clothing lines that were out that I felt that children or women, black women, were purchasing, but at that time it wasn't clothing that was speaking to the heart.
I know we talk about the medical side of cancer, but since I've been in the more naturopathic area of taking care of ourselves naturally without medication, my naturopathic internalist informed me that is yeast and parasites build up. And when you kill that, you kill the cancer. So there's another view that I have on that personally, because that meant a lot to me. As you know, my mother died of cancer, because they said that it can happen to me, and I said the devil is a lie. I will never get it.
That's right.
Because I changed my behaviors. But as far as becoming a pastor, as I first stated, I did not see that in my future. I was partying, I was doing whatever I wanted. I had my boyfriend and all of that, and I went to church, and if I decided that I wanted to go to church, I would have condemnation because I partied all night and then I went to church. So when we turned 16, my mother did not force us to go to church. So I was not going to any one church because I did not believe in being phony. I just felt like it was a phony, like church people were phony, because I saw them, you know, praise God and go outside and smoke, praise God, go have sex, praise God, do whatever. And that's not the vision that I saw in me. And I figured if I was going to do my thing, I'm going to do my thing and leave God out of it. So I did not foresee that. So when I gave, one day I was a single parent, I rebelled against my mother, and I left home. And I had my own place, and I did not have curtains, and I did not have furniture. I slept on the floor, and I had a newspaper up to my windows, and I kept my baby, my one daughter, which is in the back. I do have another daughter, and that's Lucretia. She's an entrepreneur as well, and she has her own daycare, and those are some of my grandchildren.
Hi, I'm Shafiqa Bolden.
And I'm Fonda Kareem.
And I am the owner of SB Elite Performing Arts Program. You can visit us at www.sbelitedance.org. And you're tuned in to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Be bold, be fearless, be you, right here on BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your girlfriend, your buddy, your pal, Lutonya of Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Connect with us today to find out how you can become a special guest on our show. Go to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com, click Be Our Guest. We look forward to having you right here on BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya.
Hey, what's going on? This comedian BLT.
Hey guys, I'm Oh So True.
Hi, my name is Brandon Reynolds.
It's real Shannon D, and you rocking with Industry Buzz, 3 Z's.
With 3 Z's.
With 3 Z's.
Industry Buzz with 3Z's.com.
Make sure you stay locked in to inspiration.
When you looked in the mirror, you said, I need to give back, I need to start this. Can you give us a little information about what inspired you to launch this new organization?
And so iGlow became an official organization this January. Prior to this January, I was working 25, I'm 26 now, but before this I was 25, at the prime of my career, making 6 figures, living in DC, traveling with First Lady Michelle Obama on her advanced team, literally at the prime of my career. And one day, God just so happened to say, Dolores, all that's in you, all that you've been through, all that you're doing, I'm 26 and I'm still a virgin and I live my life as 35 years. So I was thinking that the Lord just wants me to take this whole piece that I have into the corporate world. When I was 16, I tried to commit suicide. I have great parents, they love me, but it was something about relating to my mom and communicating with her. It was that barrier there. And I didn't have that person that was in my ear speaking life. So when I felt defeated, and I was smart, the president of my class, everyone knew me, and I was going home every day crying myself to sleep. And so a lot of times when, from my experience, people looked at me and was like, oh, she's great. We'll ride to college, doing great in school. Every time you see her, she's smiling, she's on TV, getting awarded because she knows how to talk to people. And deep inside, I was dying, you know. And so when I was 25, at the height of my career, you know, God began, I was already planning to do a nonprofit, but I was going to do it on the side. I was going to keep my job, keep living in DC, and just help, you know, every now and then help a little girl take her to the mall or something. So that's in my plan, right? And so coming from that place, and even the fact that God has preserved my life that I can say I'm still a virgin, like teaching young girls and instilling in them those morals and those values. Because what happens is the Bible tells us that one person plants the seed, one person waters it, and it's God that provides the increase. So girls that come through my program, whether it's a seed that's planted, whether it's a seed that's watered, it's not on me to provide the increase, it's on God to provide that increase. And so we launched in January. We had our first event that really put us on the map was our Purity Conference. At the Purity Conference, we had over 500 girls that made a declaration to rock purity. And I always tell people, and you know, people tell me I'm a little too deep sometimes, but I always tell people when you're in the vein of God and you're doing things God's way, resources follow you. You don't chase them. I put an event out, and in less than 40 days, I had 500 girls, over 500 girls, registered to my event, and my organization has only been around since January. And so that's really what inspires it. That's really, I don't sleep. I work all night long. I've invested everything I have into this organization for these girls, not for any other reason but to instill life.
Hi, my name is Joy Hurd, an Arts, Entertainment, and Media Management major at Columbia College Chicago, and you are tuned into Industry Buzz with 3Z's.com. I just want to say that I had a great time at this event. I met a lot of great, powerful women, and I'm looking forward to many more events in the future. Have a great day.
Hi, we're CocoBrownSpa.com. You can find us at www.stylesy.com/CocoBrown, and you're tuned in to Industry Buzz with 3Z's.com.
And from that point on, at the age of 20 years old, I gave my life to the Lord and I never looked back. And in doing so, my boyfriend, which is my husband now, no more sex, no more this, no more that. So he wanted to come to the church where I was going because he thought for sure I was messing with somebody. So when he came, he saw that I was the only young person. Everyone there was older than me, married, or little children. So I was actually the only, it was a small storefront church. And that's how God called us into ministry in our struggles and in our mess. He called us. And so we began to go through this mentoring, not knowing that I could sing, not knowing that I can teach. There were a lot of things that...
And a lot of my inspiration, you know, again, just coming from, I could just be walking down the street or driving down the street and I'll just say, like your green dress. I was like, let me just write on this. Like her jacket, you know. Let's do something. Anyway, this is right here in front of a very, very, very dear friend of mine. Melfi and I brought her out. We invited her out to come, and I didn't even pay attention to the top of the head. I was drawn to the back of the jacket. I'm like, ooh, I like that. You know, she made like some of my stuff. And turned around, it was my friend. Right, but really, again, a lot of inspiration comes from just trying to bring light to anything. Yes. You know, and I tell people, my famous saying is, you know, art is everything, and everything is art. Yes. And I have like the different, as you see, like the kids online. I have plus sizes because people were fussing at me. Where are the big people? Right. Yeah. And
then the hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is one of the other designs.
You look down the street, ask yourself, who have I helped today? Who have I encouraged? Who have I said, little girl, you're beautiful, you can make it? Who have I inspired? If you have not given anything back during that day, you can't really make a comment. And that's what we have to change, except for making comments about, look at this world, look how they're going to. Ask yourself, who have I reached back? Because everybody's prayed. I mean, because I know if it wasn't for my mother and my grand, somebody prayed for us. Somebody, when we were in our mess, somebody said, okay, Rashonda, I know there's hope. When my mother, she would cry herself to sleep, I know she was not giving up. So ask yourself, how many young women have I done the same thing? How many people have I stood in the gap for and said something powerful and inspiring to hopefully change their lives?
And, you know, when you look at the research by 6th grade, most girls' self-esteem takes a nosedive. And so we sit back. We know the answers when we're in class. We know what to say, but I'm too worried that my hair's not laying down right. I'm too worried that I don't have the clothes that she has. I'm too worried about what he and she may say. And so we naturally hold back. And we continue that until we're women. So for me, taking what I studied, taking what I learned, and I've been working since I was 13 years old. My first job, for some reason, my mom couldn't understand it. I didn't want to go to summer school. I didn't want to be in a summer camp. I said, can I get a job? So going into high school, my mom, you know, in the community, and this is how we get caught up in what we see negatively, but there are those positive stories of things going on. We just don't cover it in the media.
Hi, I'm Dolores Beligan, founder and CEO of iGlow Mentoring at iGlowMentoring.org. You're tuned into Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Walters. I'm the owner of Blue Top Marketing, and you're tuned in to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Because so often when we put our lives into our children, our families, our homes, our jobs, if any of them gets taken away, then you start to question, well, then if I'm not this, who am I? And part of that, when I turned 40, some years ago, I did some biblical research because I wanted to find out, what is the big deal about 40? What is it that women have about 40? And one of the things I found is that 40 is a number that God uses for preparation. Anything God wanted to do, children of Israel, 40 years in the wilderness, supposed to be a 40 day. Jesus in the desert, all of these things, if you look up the flood, 40 days and 40 nights. And it is if God uses that number to prepare for what's next. And so I adopted the phrase that anything that happens before 40 is just practice. What happens afterwards?
Hi, we are London Daniel and Davia Frost from PrettyBrownGirl.com. You are tuned in to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. We had a wonderful time at this event today, just representing Pretty Brown Girl and just talking about self-esteem and celebrating all the shades of brown. Thank you so much for having us. We wish you the best.
Hi, this is Teresa with Exquisite Taste of Art, and you can reach me at www.exqtasteofart.com. And don't forget, you are tuned in to IndustryBuzz.com, and that's with 3Z. Have a great day.
And leave people with things. It almost feels like it's two of them that I always remember. It's one that says, blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. So we don't have to be blood related for you to be my sisters and for me to want to see the best for you. So we're going to always remember that. And another thing I always tell them, what would you do? What would you attempt to do if you knew that you couldn't fail? So if your age, how much money you had, your sex, if you were brought up on the right side of the track, if that was not an option, or that was not a hindrance or a roadblock in your life, what would you do? You get that in your mind, and that's what you do. So until next time, everybody, be blessed and stay sassy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girlfriend, your buddy, your pal, Lutonya M. Lang. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Buzz and Diva Power Networking event. Look, y'all already heard everything today. I'm sure I talked enough for you and your family to hear. But I want y'all to do something for me. Share it. Don't just hold information to yourself. Share it and forward the buzz. And definitely join us on Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Holla!
You've been listening to Industry Buzz with 3Z's Radio. Hosted by Lutonya. Tune in next Thursday. If you would like to be a guest on the show, send us an email at connect@industrybuzz.com. And remember, that's Buzz with 3Z. Join us today and bring in integrity back to media, highlighting inspirational news and music. Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.